Today's topic is Facts for Beginner 80-10 Tennis. Hi everyone, it's Melanie from Nourishment. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode. Before I begin today, I just want to have a quick shout out to Sasha from Rice and Raw as she promoted my YouTube channel over in one of her videos. So thank you so much, Sasha. Alright, let's get down to business, shall we? Well, when you start a high carb, low fat, raw vegan or vegan lifestyle, or you even just increase your intake of fruits and vegetables, people all of a sudden become concerned with you. Kind of ironic really, but I just wanted to give you some facts today that's going to arm you with some information and that's going to help you along your journey. So what happened for me when I started my journey is that I had done all this research and I was eating lots of fruit for breakfast, lunch, first meal of dinner and whatever, and then people would catch me off guard at work or out and about or in a family conversation or with friends, and they'd be like, oh my gosh, like what are you doing, kind of thing. And I'd just freak. I couldn't remember for the life of me that what I was doing was the right thing for my body, and I just forgot. I'm not a very witty person, and I normally need time to work out my comebacks at people, and yeah, so I just want to give you the information, quick, short, succinct, that you're going to remember and it's going to help you on your journey. There is so much information out there that people are oblivious to because the meat and dairy industry are basically trying to tell you that you need animal products to survive, and the physiology of our body is designed to eat fruit. We as humans have an intestine that's 12 times the length of our torso, whereas carnivores are only 3 times. If we're to consume animal products, it stays in our gut for days on end because our body's not designed for it. Another thing is that our sense of smell is not heightened when we smell rotting flesh. As carnivores, they love that, absolutely love it, and when they're consuming a raw animal, they are not consuming just a section of it, whereas humans were very picky like that. And we normally douse it with sauce, but as carnivores, they're going to consume the whole carcass, including the muscle tissue, fibers inside the meat, the bones, and the blood. Whereas that disgusts me, and I'm sure that does to you too, because when you cook meat, you flavor it and you try and cover it up and make it taste wonderful. Another thing is that our stomach acid of our bodies as humans is alkaline, whereas we are designed to consume lots of fructose. Our natural source is fruit, which is a simple carbohydrate, whereas carnivores, their stomach acid is acidic because they can use that stomach acid to get rid of the rotting flesh, and it doesn't interfere with their digestive system. Another thing is that humans can't have too much fat because it disrupts their body functioning. Carnivores love it. On the opposing spectrum, if you look at sugars, humans' bodies run on sugars, completely run on sugars. The trillions of cells that are in your body thrive off glucose. And whereas carnivores, that is not the case. If they were to have a diet rich of fruits, they're going to get diabetes because their bodies just cannot deal with the high level. Protein is another topic of conversation that people are going to ask you. Where do you get your protein from? Well, let me tell you, there is actually no medical definition or term that states protein deficiency. Sounds pretty crazy, huh? Because everyone always says, where do you get your protein from? That you need to get that from meats and dairy, but that's actually not true at all. It's the meat and dairy industry trying to make some money off you, and people have just continued not to question it for decades, really. And protein, it's quite interesting. You can actually get all the protein that you need from fruits and vegetables. On my journey, I basically get around 30 grams, maybe 40 grams of protein per day, which just comes from eating fruits and veggies. I don't have to try to reach the target to get it. It automatically comes because the calorie-nutrient ratio in fruits and vegetables is basically 80-10-10. 80% carbs, 10% fat, 10% protein. It's quite crazy. And whenever I go through at the end of the day and type into Chronometer, which is an app I've suggested in the previous video, how to start a raw foods lifestyle, it basically breaks down the fats, the carbs, the proteins, all the vitamins and the minerals for you, what's in every single fruits and vegetables. And when you type in, let's just say you've had 12 banana smoothie, it will tell you how many grams of protein that you're going to get from that. So as a high carb, low fat vegan, you do not have to worry about protein. And if people say, where do you get your protein from? Fruits and veg. Now let's go back to the beginning when we're talking about an infant or a baby. And they require their mother's breast milk to help their rapid stages of growth and development. And this is such an imperative time because they basically double in size very, very quickly. And during this time, this is when they need the most protein, which is around about 6% that they get from mother's milk. And in this time, this is where the cells are developing. So think of it as an infant as if it's a construction site. When you're building a construction site, at the start you need bricks. And as you've built the foundations, you don't need any more. When the baby has grown into an adult, you don't require that much more protein, which is the same when we're talking about a house. Too much protein is a bad thing and it causes lots and lots of difficulties. So for all those people out there that are taking protein supplements and doing protein shakes and making protein balls and protein this, you don't need it. And you get enough protein from fruits and vegetables. So I'm sorry to break it to you, but it is basically marketing stuff that you've been sucked into. So now you know better. When you come to this lifestyle and you start eating fruit for breakfast, lunch, first meal of dinner, people are going to question what you're doing and they'll be concerned that you're eating too much sugar. Well, let me tell you, the answer is no. Not when you're eating a low-fat diet, that is. So that means that when you eat the fruit and it goes through the digestional tract, in through the intestinal walls, it then gets dispersed into the bloodstream. Then when it gets in the bloodstream, it then goes into the cells. And that's why you begin to shine from the inside out. It's a very, very quick process when you're eating fruits. And it's going to be low GI and you're going to feel amazing. So the answer is no. You can't eat too much sugar when you're eating a low-fat diet. Also, when you transition to the raw vegan lifestyle, you're also going to have people question you about why are you eating so much fruit? And maybe you don't know why you're eating so much fruit. Well, let me tell you, is that our bodies are run on glucose. Now, the closest source to glucose our bodies can get can be derived from whole fruits and vegetables. Make sure that they're ripe though. And our body basically doesn't need to break them down any further because they are in its most natural form. So the easiest way is to basically eat fruits. Mother Nature's prepared it. It's basically like your pre-packaged drive-through kind of McDonald's meal without all the crap. And it is loaded with minerals and vitamins, and it literally makes you shine from the inside out, and it makes you become the best version of yourself. So I thought that those tips or areas that I have clarified for you today on the physiology of the body, on protein, on sugars and on carbohydrates is definitely going to help you out and get you started on your journey, because it's tough when you first start. It is so overwhelming, and I just can't recommend enough to just do your research. It is the biggest blessing ever. At the moment I'm reading the book Skinny Bitch, finding it so fascinating, quite upsetting in different parts when they talk about slaughterhouses and the accounts from people that have worked there. And I honestly believe if slaughterhouses had glass windows, everyone would be a vegan. It's just educating yourself. Also, on my YouTube channel, I've got a playlist called Educate Yourself, and I've compiled some videos, so you're welcome to check those ones out as well. Anyway, just remember, the best is yet to come, and you are doing the best you can with the information you had at the time. From the information I've provided with you today, you can make informed decisions so you can become the best version of yourself. So wherever you are in your journey, just smile, embrace the change. It's tough transitioning, you're going to have withdrawals, but just keep up the calories from fruit, because yeah, fruit changes your life. Anyway, have a good day everyone. Thanks for listening. Bye. If you enjoyed today's video and would like to follow me on my journey, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. And remember, be the change you want to see in the world.